I'm Logan Crawford, and right now on Spotlight, we are speaking with the brilliant Sadie Chapman, known for her enchanting My Personal Fables series and her latest masterpiece, The Legend of the Mystical Horses. It is a work rich in magic, love, friendship, and survival, drawing from Greek and British mythology. In our discussion today, we'll explore topics such as self-belief, the inspirational power of her books, the joy they inspire, as well as the debut of her first book in audio format and a sneak peek into her forthcoming Blue Angel series. We are delighted to have Sadie join us here today on Spotlight. We thank the folks at Prime 7 Media for helping us put her in the spotlight today, and we ask viewers like you to support writers like her by subscribing to our channel. Sadie, so good to see you today.
Hi, Logan. Yeah, thank you so much for having some quality time for me today. It's absolutely amazing. I absolutely adore your acting as well. So it's such a pleasure to
Oh,
actually
thanks so
speak to
much.
you
And the
in
pleasure is
person.
all mine. I enjoy your writing so much. You write a lot, you publish a lot. Where do you get the energy? Where do you get the inspiration?
It all started off from my nan years ago when I was a little girl. She used to just make up stories from anything that we had from our toys. And basically from there, when she was close to her passing, I used to do the same thing. And she used to say, Sadie, you must start writing this on paper. Then one day it all just come to plan. I had that in my head. And then for my 40th birthday 10 years ago, I actually had these beautiful Frisians for my birthday, and I then was so devoted because I'm so connected in the spiritual way with unicorns and so on as well. I just felt this beautiful unicorn energy and this beautiful black horse because they're absolutely amazing horses and they're so therapeutic and so loving. But the thing is, I was planning to go down and see them again in April, and sadly, he had to be put down due to his heart.
Oh,
So it was my inspiration of thinking, I want to make this horse a legend in his own right. So that's what started off the inspiration. And also because I'm a lover of Anna Sewell with Black Beauty and Walter Farley with the Black Stallion, I just felt like from years and years ago, since I was a little girl, I just wanted to write. And my teachers used to say I was so good at it. And that's how it'll become, really.
wonderful. Tell the folks at home the big picture, what the story Legends of the Mystical Horses is all about.
Well, this is the actual book in front of me.
Beautiful cover,
Thank
beautiful
you.
book.
Yeah, yeah, and it's also got the silver 5-star rating now, and it's got the actual review inside as well.
Mhm.
Um, it all based on the second book is continued from the first one, which is the Legend of the Horse.
Mhm.
But because I've wrote the story as a breakdown in the beginning, it can be read individually. So they can be read as a continuation, or they can be read completely a separate book. With the Legends of the Mystical Horses, it's referring to mermaids, lost cities, um, similar to the Loch Ness type of British legend of how she became, um, similar to Atlantis. It was my personal way of, that's what it's called, My Personal Fables, Logan. It's my personal preference of how these legends become, what was their basic ideas, what was the reason for them being on Earth before us humans. Why are those so well known in their paintings, in jewelry, statuettes, even our logos, our crests, our flags? So it was my way of thinking. I wanted to put forward their stories of the British and Greek mythology legends put together. Of For the first one was based on unicorns and how the magical unicorns created our horses of today. The second one, as I just mentioned, is about the mermaids, lost cities, Unisys, Kelpies. It's a loads of different things, but it's based on 5 stories combined into one, which is still connected from the first one of Seacrest, the King of Unicorns.
Wonderful. And these obviously appeal to a broad audience, people who love animals, people who love
Yes,
horses,
yes,
people who love legends and mysticism. This kind
yes.
of taps upon all of that.
Yes, absolutely correct. I mean, because I said, because I'm a spiritual person as well, I also believe in magic, referring to our plants grow every day, there's magic all around us, Logan, that
Yeah.
because we've all got busy lives, we forget all that. And if we actually thought about that sometimes, because we all have good and bad times in our lives, no one's perfect.
Mhm.
And, it would be such a better place if people could read my book and see that inspiration, and the idea of it as well to inspire others to achieve their dreams, the same as I'm doing myself, because anyone can achieve it. They just got to believe in themselves to do it.
Exactly. Believing is the first step. You got to believe it if you're going to achieve it. Self-belief is a theme in your books. It's part of personal development. Tell me how you incorporate this theme in your stories.
Well, it's basically referring to, because I do my books as a narrator, I actually visualize these images in my mind, and I actually feel these characters come to life. So it's my way of expressing how would their life have been like, for instance, as mermaids. I mean, because funnily enough, I am a Pisces as well, so that is very connected to me with dolphins. Why are dolphins so intelligent? What was the purpose? Referring to our crystal skulls, which I mentioned in there as well. What was the reason for those? Due to spiritual beings. It's all based on history that is already existing, but it's my way of expressing how that history actually come about. How did the crystal skulls make the gods, pardon me, the Greek gods and the Egyptian gods? What was their purpose? What did they do for us? Because they were so advanced, more than we are today. But I didn't do a lot of research. I just felt like just a little thing like going to like certain places and museums and so on. But this is personally all my information, and obviously through time, like referring to the stars, the planets, it's just my expression of what I personally think, and I hope that everyone enjoys that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm a Pisces also, by the way.
Oh
So
wow!
I believe we're the best zodiac sign out there.
Well, you will
We have
love
the
my
wisdom from every other sign, correct?
yeah, absolutely correct. And what you'd love my book then, Logan, directly, because if you're a Pisces, the Celtic seahorses are
Mhm.
actually a Pisces sign, and that's also what I've expressed as well, of how the hippocampus then become today's seahorses.
Wonderful, wonderful. Tell me about the new audio book you've just released. It must have been wonderful hearing this book come to life with an actor's voice, or did you voice it? Tell us a little bit about that.
It is someone else. I did want to do it, but in the end, we've decided that we wanted someone a bit more professional. I did choose the music and literally helped direct it and go through the overall idea of it. I absolutely adore that the fact it's audio, because I was also thinking of, I want everyone to enjoy it, Logan. Not everyone has the time to read because they're busy lives. Also, people like to just listen sometimes, and then they can visualize that way. People with, shall we say, speciality purposes in life that haven't got as a gift as what we have, if you get my meaning, in
Yeah.
certain ways, so they can enjoy it and they can visualize it in their way. I want to think, I like to think of everyone in the world, everyone overall, that need this help, that need this magic, that needs that inspiration back.
Mm.
I want them to just enjoy life. I'd love to have peace on earth, and that's what I pray for every day, for us humans, us the animals, and everyone. And that is what I hope that my books do for everyone.
Absolutely. Well, they are inspiring. They will make you believe in magic once again. So I think you are right on target. Now, you've brought the books to life in audio form. Have you thought about your books as perhaps a film or a series at all?
Well, you saying that, at the moment we've done, if you look on YouTube, there is an actual book trailer for my original Legend of the Horse, the first book, which was based on a teenager book, which I literally just wrote one off. And then that's when my Personal Fables came into a series, because I did a Hollywood review. They did consider maybe making it into a feature film in the future, and time will tell. And
Yep.
also the second one as well. And also, yeah, so I believe it will happen. I just need to go with the flow and see what happens.
I think the audience is out there. So Hollywood, if you're listening, take a look at these books. They are wonderful. Tell me a little bit before we go today about your Blue Angel series that is coming up.
Oh, right. Yes, that is another completely new series. That's going to be about a beautiful baby that comes from Venus, and she gets sent down to Earth to be looked after because of her parents feel like the king may kill her because she looks more human than a Venetian blue, beautiful person. But she has the gifts of a goddess. She gets brought up in South California, and on her 16th birthday, she starts to feel that she has magical powers. And she has a toy that turns into a beautiful black horse. And she has another toy that is a beautiful Great Dane that turns into a realism as well. So then she starts to get her powers. Then the idea of that story is again based on being yourself, being proud of who you are, but also being humble. You know, everyone is as good as each other. It's referring to her in the future, then going back to her planet to save it.
A lot of your books center on magic. How would you define magic in our lives today in the world around us?
Or just being alive, just hearing the birds singing, like just having the opportunity to walk around, smell things, taste things. It's referring to having a sensation of feeling your loved ones are around you still, even when they're past. It's referring to always feeling protected and safe, even though you're on your own. It's just amazing experience. And I just wish everyone could see that and feel that, Logan.
All you got to do is take a few minutes away from this, step outside, breathe in the fresh air, open your ears, open your heart, open your mind. A great start to do that is Sadie Chapman's book, The Legends of the Mystical Horses. She has a number of works, and take a look at the links below. You'll be able to look at her work, read some sample chapters, and order a book. It may change your life. Sadie, thank you so much for joining us here today on Spotlight.
Thank you very much, Logan, for your time today. It's been an absolute pleasure and an honor to have met you directly. Thank you for your time.
Real pleasure as well. And I'm going to step outside of this studio later and get some fresh air and soak in the sunshine a little bit. To the folks at home, I'm Logan Crawford, thanking you for your time, this time until next time on Spotlight.